All right, we've got a new combo here today. We have no nickname ready, but we've got Alyssa and Joy. Welcome to Behind the Table.
What do you mean a nickname?
Well, like in other times, like for instance, I call Alyssa and Sarah the Wonder Twins.
Oh.
You call us something else.
Yeah, you and Sonny, I was calling you Butch and Sundance at one point.
Who's the one who's Butch?
You. You were Butch. Sonny was Sundance. So,
I've never seen myself as that Butch.
Not
No.
particularly. It's just, I don't know.
Well,
I just like that I
Butch
get
is-
snacks when
Butch
Joy's
is,
here.
Yeah, well, Butch is an adjective.
I was going to
not
do
just-
Thelma and Louise, but you said I can't because,
Those are my boobs.
yes.
Thelma and Louise.
Yes.
But you could use that for us.
You can be Thelma and Louise? All right.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. That's
Yeah,
not
this
bad.
might be going off a cliff later.
Much like Thelma and Louise. All right, let's get started. First of all right, before we get started too far, you came to life today on the show. You were very invigorated.
That boy was on?
When that boy was
Just
on.
call me Mrs. Robinson.
Tom Blythe. I mean, you were just, Whoopi was the one who pointed it out to me. Joy seems rather smitten.
Well, I know. I thought he was adorable.
Yeah.
Like if he was my son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's a
But
babe.
Very cute.
You took photos with him. I'm just saying, usually,
I
unless
did not say to take a photo. That was Nikki's idea.
I'm just saying, generally, unless you're booking someone for your play, you're not that interested in the guest.
No, people love him though. I was getting texts last night like he's such a babe. I got an autograph for one of my friends, but he's cute and the British accent
a
adds to
darling
it.
boy.
My daughter was excited because he's in the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
So that's a
You
big
know
thing, too.
what type I like? British or Yiddish?
Yeah.
Those are my types.
And if you can get both, I mean.
Right? That's
yeah.
double.
We'll have to hose you down. All right. Let's.
Can I say
yes,
something
please.
about today's show? I did not weigh in on this male bashing that went on today.
No, which is odd because usually
About
you
their
lead it.
husbands.
Yes.
You know why?
Why?
Here's the thing with my husband. I think you'll find this somewhat interesting. His mother used to play mahjong at night and conk out, and she didn't wake up in the morning till like 9 or 10.
Yes.
So Steve and his brother, Warren, would have to get up, make their own breakfast, and they would go to kindergarten, get dressed, take care of themselves, and go off to kindergarten. That is what you call benign neglect.
Yes.
And I have benefited from that.
Yes.
Because he knows that he has to take care of himself.
I have, I guess, in my marriage.
See what I'm saying?
In my marriage,
So
I guess.
my advice to women out there who are looking to get married:
Yes.
get a guy who was a recipient of benign neglect. Don't go for somebody whose mother doted on him, because
Yes.
then he'll want you to.
With my wife, I experienced something called malignant neglect, where she just neglects me aggressively.
Well, that's why you found a wife who malignantly
Yeah.
Because you secretly love it.
I
You
think it-
gravitate toward women who bully you.
Well, here's
I'm,
the-
Because he's
I'm kidding.
tough.
Heather doesn't bully you.
No.
No, she
I
does.
admire her.
She does in a way, but that's all right.
All the women of the View admire my wife.
But you're used to it. This is a psychological phenomenon.
I guess so.
Whatever you are used to seems normal.
Well, this is interesting because you and I think we can talk to Alyssa about this because you're now in really the only reset of a marriage that happens. So you've got your roles with your spouse. You're together, you get married, things are the way they are. Once this baby comes,
I know.
you have an opportunity to reset things the way you like it. You gain tremendous control in the marriage now.
I can't wait. I've been waiting for that.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I mean, you got to really set things up.
What kind of control do you want?
No, we actually have a very egalitarian relationship. My husband's good in the sense of like, there are things I gravitate toward. Like I like to cook, so I cook, but he cleans, he assembles things, he organizes. But I'm noticing there's like some sort of innate thing in men when they see their wife pregnant, they get like protective and do more. He's been doing more in the last like 4 months since I've really been showing than ever before. So I'm just hoping that actually lasts.
Yeah.
And he's not like tuning out the baby the way he tunes out the dog sometimes.
Well, the baby's going to take precedence in terms
That's
of
true.
protective behavior around both of you. So you might feel a little bit shut out.
No, I think
Remember
you'll be
that.
fine. I think the
But it
difference
doesn't
is
matter because you will love the baby so much.
Yeah.
You fall in love with the baby.
so much more than the husband is my
No,
experience.
for the
Yes.
especially the beginning, it's natural
Yes.
to fall. You hold that baby and you're smitten.
Yeah.
Just like you were when you were in love with your husband. It's like you're in love.
All right, so this is all very exciting for you. Also, you need to train those children early to do stuff. Again, I've mentioned this to you. My daughter Lily, every morning I come down the stairs and I get a cup of coffee made for me in a travel mug, just
That's
the way I
so
like it. She
cute.
loves it. She's so excited to do it in the morning.
Well,
this is her
she'll be
thing.
doing that for a husband then.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
How old till they can make a martini?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, early. Yeah.
Right?
That's
His
easy.
daughters are like Broadway babies.
Yes.
So he'll have them doing martinis early on.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get used to the show business behind the life of a showgirl. All right. Speaking of Alyssa's baby, Joy, on the show, you gave Alyssa some advice, and it was basically to leave the newborn with Justin and see how it goes. How do you feel about that?
I actually think it's smart. You kind of have to sink or swim, I think, with husbands. I gotta say, I married a good one. I think he's gonna be fine. Like, I see how he is. I've mentioned my dog who got surgery. We canceled our vacation. He won't do anything if the dog doesn't have everything that he needs. So I'm like, he's gonna be like that with a child. If anything, I feel like I'm gonna get neglected.
That's okay though.
That's okay. I would exactly, and I would also I love alone time. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing to admit, my oldest is 14 years old. I've never been alone with the children for multiple nights by myself.
Really?
Ever. Why? Just never worked out that way. Heather hasn't taken a girls trip. She hasn't. I've left.
Yeah,
but,
you travel a lot.
Yeah.
She needs to do that.
She does.
You'd be fine, though.
At the age they're on now, they take care of me. But yes, I would be fine.
Maybe she just didn't think you could do it.
I wonder if that's the thing.
She says,
do you cook? Like, could you cook?
I can.
You could feed your kids.
I could feed the children.
You could order food.
I would order food. That's exactly what would happen. I can't really cook. But
I can't take the meals anymore. Every night is what are we having for dinner? What are we having for dinner? I can't take it.
Did you and your let me get back to that. But did you and your ex ever leave Eve like for any period of time when you were younger, or no? Because that was
maybe
something
with my mother for like a long weekend. Maybe
that's it, just like a long weekend.
Maybe a week, I think.
We do a week every year, just me and my wife, and I recommend it. It's really nice
when they're a little older. Yeah,
if you have the ability to do it. Even you have like her mom would always watch, or my family, or something like that. It's always a nice thing. It's important. Speaking of knowing what to eat, this is
back to my kettle corn.
All I hear in my life is, what are we having for dinner?
Yeah.
What are you in the mood for? My wife can't make a decision ever. Do you have this trouble? Do you never know what
about
you're in the
dinner?
Yeah, like what are you going to eat?
I'm looking to see if there's like some chef that would deliver food to me.
I guarantee you could get that.
Yes.
That's what I miss about this city. I need all of the restaurants I'd want to order from are in the city.
This is what she hit on something now. New York City is assisted living.
It really is.
The entire borough of Manhattan, and maybe the boroughs all are assisted living. You usually have a doorman if you live in a doorman building. So if you fall, you can drag yourself to the phone and call them. They'll come up and take care of you. There's a guy. If the light bulbs go out, the handyman fixes it. Call the local deli. They'll deliver. It's unbelievable. Ubers are at your beck and call. It is assisted living up the wazoo here.
Yes.
I've had friends who are from more like suburban parts of America be like, "How could you live in New York City when I did?" I'm like, "How could you not? You can get anything within a half hour." If I get home from anywhere else, I'm like, no, the best food in the world is at my fingertips.
Yeah.
Greatest city on earth.
It's a good place to get old, actually.
Yeah.
And alone, if you're alone.
My great-grandmother lived alone to almost 90 on the Upper East Side, and absolutely was completely self-sufficient that way. I think you're right. It's very expensive. That's the only problem.
Well, that's a problem.
That's the only problem. But to the same point, there's a lot of people that can never imagine, why would you live in New York City? It's horrible. It's this. It's either for you or it's not, but if it's for you, it's great.
There are other cities.
There are.
Like, for instance, Boston is a smaller version of New York City. My show, my first ex-husband, by the way, will be showing in Boston in March. We'll be going to Boston.
At this point, it's like, set your watch. Will you mention the play, or Anna mention one of her famous friends first in a podcast?
Well, I have a reason. She's just doing that to name drop. I'm doing it to give pleasure to my audience.
That is true.
Okay,
that's true.
And then we're in Jersey, and by the way, on Valentine's weekend at the George Street Theater in New Brunswick.
Okay, well, there we go. And if you want more information, go to myfirstexhusband.com.
Thank you. See how good he is at this?
You've trained him.
Very good.
All right, Joy, are there things about motherhood that you know now that you wish you had known before you had your daughter? Anything you can share with Alyssa here?
The one thing, I didn't learn anything about motherhood as much as I learned how I would be as a mother. And I basically was a very good mother, I think.
I think so.
I'm very affectionate and I'm very attentive. And although when she was growing up, she claims I was on the phone too much.
Oh, really?
But that's because I was trying to get a career going and I was a little bit distracted. And I regret that. But the only thing that I didn't like about being a mother, and I don't know if you can relate to this, is worrying. I can't do the worrying. My mother was like that. I have the gene. I have separation anxiety for various reasons, and I'm a wreck when call me when you get there.
Yeah.
When she flies, I want to see the word landed.
Yeah. I still do that with my mother. I still send her a note when I'm
but
landing on the ground.
Isn't it the worst part of it? Tell the truth. The rest of it's fun.
You know, it's funny. Now I love being a dad, and I think it's great. And I told you that, and Justin that too. Like, I mean, it really is fantastic. It's one of my favorite things. It's a little easier because you can keep track of them so much.
Yeah, now you can a little more.
I will say, like, there's like there's a place in my town where like kids go in their teen years for like misbehaving, and everyone knows about it.
Right.
Everyone knows
see
where
if
it is.
They're there.
Not only can I see
Why do
it,
they go there?
it's because they drink, they fool around, they do whatever they are without. It's like in a park, and everyone knows about it. My daughter knows that people go there. She says she's not going to go. She's never going to go. Well, we'll see. I believe her. But at the same time, I have like geo tracking. If she even sets foot near there, like my phone explodes and I know what's going on. She doesn't know that, but I know that.
Can you let me know how to do that? I'd like
absolutely.
to do that.
Yeah.
I would do it to Steve, but he's always in the same place.
Oh, I'm tracking you
he's
too.
He's in the same house.
I'm nervous.
I've got it on your phone, Joy. I know where you are.
We track you.
Yeah.
Why do you want to know where I am?
So when you tell me that you're homesick and you're out in the Hamptons, I know. It's fine.
No, I'm nervous about like the call. I mean, it won't be the baby, obviously, but like calls during the show. Like Sunny brings her phone out, and her kids will call her sometimes in the middle of the show,
that would scare
and she
me.
like compulsively needs to answer it.
Of course.
There've been at least 2 times that we're like basically on live TV, and she's down like this. That's what's going to be hard for me early on. Like if Justin's calling and we're on air, it's like, oh my God, what's happening? Or if the nanny does.
Yeah, no, I mean it's and you'll find that he won't remember that you're on air, and no one in my family does either.
He doesn't remember now. I'm like, what? 1 hour block to not call me.
It's a live show.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, be prepared that you're going to be like that, especially if you come from a family like that. Our immigrant families are even worse because they know that they have more anxiety.
Yes. Yeah.
Coming here, you never feel 100% American when you're an immigrant, I think. Well, my family never did, I don't think.
Yeah, there's a neuroses in my immigrant family as well.
Alyssa, you had a once in a lifetime moment on the show yesterday for any pregnant woman. Maury Povich came out.
You weren't here yesterday.
And revealed that Justin was in fact the father of the child.
Thank God. Thank God.
So I didn't tell Justin or flag it for him because I was like, there's a world in which he could be like, that's tacky. Why do we do it?
Sure.
He thought it was hilarious though.
Good.
Like
That's
I feel
funny.
like 90s kids, like if you stayed home from school, especially if you were faking, you would just watch Maury. Like you would just back to back and then you'd watch Ricky Lake and our parents had no idea. He thought it was the funniest thing.
That's great.
I loved
I
it.
think you should frame the paternity results and have it in the kids'
Right,
the kids'
exactly.
nursery.
You know, there's nothing sexier to me than a heterosexual guy who can take a joke.
I agree.
Like the other night in my show, My First Ex-Husband, which we did in Manhattan, there was this big strapping guy in the front.
Yes.
And I have this thing about, in one of my monologues, about that men fall into 2 different sexual categories, the spritzers and the pumpers. And so he was laughing, and I said, which one are you, a spritzer or a pumper? Thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Now, some man might get insulted, especially if he's a spritzer. You know, but he didn't, and it was delightful.
Oh
there
no,
you go.
I think that like 90% of like society's ills are because of men's self-confidence issues and like a lack of therapy. If you think about it, it's like we're invading this country because I have undealt with mommy issues, or
That's
like
right.
I have a rage-filled podcast because X, Y, and Z. That's not
No,
true.
thank you.
I was thinking of Tucker Carlson, but it could be a lot of
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Men don't necessarily get the help they need, but when you meet ones who are confident and like comfortable in themselves, they're the best people.
Untreated neuroses.
Yes.
It's funny. I was watching David Letterman's got a Netflix interview show, and he interviewed Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah.
And Mr. Beast, who you've never heard of, but it was the biggest thing on the internet. I mean, literally 1 billion people, 10% of the country watches his show. You can put your phone down at any time, but it's a video podcast, Joy.
No, it's from my husband. I want to know that he's okay.
Okay, I thought you were looking up
Because he
Mr.
just came
Beast.
from the doctor.
What I was going to
He's
say
fine.
is Mr. Beast, who's a titan of the internet,
Yeah.
was talking to Letterman, and he was telling him that he was socially awkward, and he was basically just short of being an incel, it sounds like.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And but he's done productive things with it too. I mean, there's some things are on the fence, but he's like done tremendous philanthropic work and stuff like that. But it does seem to be a driving force for good or evil.
Oh, yeah.
These psychological issues that young men have.
Yes, it is.
100%.
Joy, you mentioned a few minutes ago that you were starring in your play this weekend, last
I
weekend.
was. I did it already.
Did
and
you-
I'll be in Boston and I'll be in Jersey.
Now, I'm around you before you moderate, before you have a big interview.
Yeah.
You get a little angsty sometimes, despite doing this forever. You just kind of get snippy.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, well, I'm curious if you get like that before you perform the play.
Nothing compares to stand-up comedy. So everything that I feel sitting here or doing the show or even my own play, it compares to stand-up comedy.
Okay.
Because you're alone up there, you're naked and everybody else is dressed. That's how it feels. And they come there specifically to be amused every 6 seconds. Whereas with a play, they love the dramatic parts of the play too.
Right.
And you and we're having a conversation, and with the girls around me, I never feel alone. I have all these wonderful women around me, so I feel like somebody will pick up the slack.
But do you get nervous? Did you get nervous before the play? Even
No, it's
last
not
week?
nerves.
It's not the same thing. Okay.
It's more of like you're psyched up a little.
Yeah.
What about you, Alyssa? Do you get nervous?
I think having the other women at the table is the key.
Yeah.
Obviously, early on when it was like feeling like obviously no one's coming to my defense because I'm a different viewpoint. But even now, if I run out of something to say or I can't articulate my point, someone's going to chime in. If anything, you're fighting to get words
That's
in,
true.
not to.
That's true.
It really helps. Doing something by yourself is much, much harder.
When you
I admire that. Like Wendy Williams did that.
Yeah,
She would
that
just
takes a
talk.
lot of
Rush
skill.
Limbaugh
there's very few
also.
people that
Yeah.
can do it like that.
Maury kind of alluded to this yesterday too.
It is true. No, there are very few people that can do this on their own. I remember that time when we had some troubles, and you and Sarah had to ad-lib for 4 segments.
That was incredible.
Yeah. That
And-
wasn't hard.
Not for you.
No.
Yeah.
No, but that's 30 years of stand-up comedy.
Right.
You know, that's why, like Friday night's show this past weekend, they were dead. And Judy Gold and I, who was in the show this weekend with me, because we're comedians, we understand that Friday night people come into a theater tired. They've worked all week. They had a drink. They ate something. They're tired. That doesn't mean they're not enjoying themselves. So you know that after all those years.
When Alyssa was starting something, we've had a few new co-hosts in your tenure here. You've been here
Yes,
30
yes,
years.
you
You've
think?
had 20 or so new people, and you pulled me aside and you say, no matter what, don't tell them to talk more, because once you give that advice, you
They'll
can't
never
dial
shut
it
up.
back.
That's so true.
That's true.
I know.
And don't step on Joy's jokes.
No, well, Sherry Shepard told that on her show.
Yes.
Do not, like a person is trying to get to the punchline. Shut the
I've heard you say that directly to the hosts sometimes. All right, let's get your take on a few hot topics. There's a story that argues that women are often told friendships fade in their 30s due to diverging life paths like marriage, kids, and careers. Do you agree with that, or do you feel like your friendships with females have deepened in your 30s?
Deepened, but I do think they're streamlined. I think the ones that are going to last forever kind of rise to the top. Like my best friends, we all lived in DC together, but we're almost all in different states now, with the exception of my best friend who's still in DC. We've gotten closer with kids, marriages, moves, career changes, and all that. But there are definitely ones who are kind of like ancillary friends who've fallen by the wayside as our lives have gotten more busy. Yeah. But I think it tends to hone. It's like when you're more focused on the most important things in your life, your family, your marriage, your kids, that's when like the real friends kind of rise to the top. And also going through hard things. Life gets hard. Like you kind of experience more hard things as you get older. But no, I found it's a very great time for female friendship.
I mean, Joy, you have a lot of close girlfriends. Are they mostly?
Well, a lot of my friends have passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I miss them very much. Also, not a lot. 2 of them.
That's a lot.
Still.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Are those? I mean, are the people that are you're closest to? Have they been in your life for a long time, or are they new
Esmond
friends?
And I met Susie Esmond before I met Steve.
Wow.
So I met Steve in '82. I met her in 1981.
Wow.
Say. Yeah. But one of my friends used to say there are friends of the road and friends of the heart. So like in this show, when I was fired back then by Barbara Walters,
The second time.
the second time, I stayed in touch with my friends. If I wasn't on this show, I would still be friends with them. So they are friends of the heart. But other people, I just sort of lost track of after a while because I wasn't that friendly with them when I was here.
It's more circumstantial,
Yeah, I also believe in having friends that are younger than you, which I do also.
I like, you're right, especially with work. I feel like, when you move on in television, you move on from jobs a lot.
Yeah.
And keeping those friendships is hard. I do a lot of reunions. Anytime anybody has something, I show up because I love seeing those people. And
Seeing how much worse they're doing than you.
No, they're all very successful and doing great.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're good. All right, that was good. Yeah, it was great. It was
You
great.
don't even have that much to cut out.
No, almost nothing.
No.
Well, you're better behaved with Alyssa here, I feel like.
Yeah, everyone's nicer when I'm pregnant.
Everyone's nice.
They 100% are.
No, but we've always been nice.
No, you guys have always been nice. But I've noticed in general, I feel like even the tone of the table. Like, it's like, we'll go there, but like, no one wants to be fighting when there's a pregnant person there.
All right. Thank you for joining me today, Joy and Alyssa. Tomorrow, I'm back with Sunny Hostin, and we've got a great show. Oprah Winfrey on the show tomorrow. How about that?
Oh.
Oprah Winfrey coming to The View. First time in years. This is going to be great. So we'll see you then.